And we start with politics, and the flag bearer of the opposition New Patriotic Party, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has charged party faithful in the Greater Accra region to rally round him in his bid to win the 2016 presidential elections. Speaking at the last of his Rise and Build tours of the country, Nana Addo also asked party members to ensure the NPP wins majority of the parliamentary seats in the region. Nana Akufo-Addo further promised a transformed economy if the NPP wins power in 2016.
The #1 region in terms of population in Ghana today is no longer Ashanti, it's Greater Accra. Greater Accra is now the most populous region in the country. Even before it became the most populous, right from Kwame Nkrumah's time, 1951 election until now, they say you win Greater Accra, you win Ghana. We have to win Greater Accra to win Ghana in 2016. 2000, we did it. We can repeat it again in 2016. Greater Accra has all the people of Ghana living in Greater Accra. Every single one of the ethnic groups of our country lives in Greater Accra. So if we're going to win Greater Accra, we have to have a language that appeals to everybody. Good, positive language. Kasapa. We don't have a tribal agenda. We do not have a tribal agenda. We have a Ghanaian agenda. That is the agenda that we have that is going to take us to power. We're going to come and rebuild our country. Give our country a strong economy, a new economy, an industrial economy, backed by a modern agricultural economy. That is the goal of the NPP in 2017 onwards. Prepare our educational system, and once again, the big legacy of Kufuor, the National Health Insurance Scheme, we're going to make it work again, so that all the people of Ghana, especially the poor and the vulnerable,
and with barely a month to the National Democratic Congress parliamentary primaries, the campaign trail is gathering a lot of heat. Most of the new entrants into the race are leaving nothing to chance in their bid to unseat their incumbent rivals. One such person is the former La Dade-Kotopon constituency secretary of the NDC, Tete Kateno, who is seeking to topple incumbent MP Ni Amasa Namwale in the November 7th primary. Mr. Kateno tells Joy News his aim is not only to improve upon the standard of education in the constituency, but also ensure that open defecation, a practice that is rife along the beaches of La, is halted.
Education has become a serious threat for our people. Why will I say that? In the whole of La Dade-Kotopon, there's not even a single library, which is, I feel like, what is wrong? Why didn't anybody cite a library in Dade-Kotopon? If kids will come to school and have the problem of going back home and will not be able to study, then you have a challenge because the concept hasn't gone down well. But if they know for a fact that I'm coming to school not because my dad is whipping me to come to school, but I'm coming to school to become somebody in the future, tomorrow somebody, we could have a boulevard along the beach. If we had that boulevard from the stretch from Ablade Glover's end all the way to the La Palm Beach, it will be a fantastic idea where you have night, cafes and drinking bars along that beach. Once that takes place there, it's going to bring revenue to the La people. Also, it's going to cut off people going across to the beach to go and do whatever they want to do at night. So in as much as we want to stop it, we should be able to stop it and then put something there that will attract a lot of people, so people will not go there to do this. So those are some of the projects that I intend to bring on board once we're able to cross this bridge, to be able to make that place everything a little bit beautiful, attractive, so people can go and have their leisure and sit there, and also attract some form of business for the people of La, and other people can come and have their fun during their leisure hours.
Police in the Ashanti region, they've intensified the fight against narcotics by taking it to the suppliers. Dubbed Operation Trace the Roots, the initiative will see a clampdown on those who grow and distribute marijuana. A number of suspects were picked up in the first raid at Isase near Lake Bosomchi.
Police say the strategy is to ensure no supplier of drugs goes unpunished. 2 persons were arrested on Saturday at Isase, a community tagged as a hub for wheat cultivation. 39-year-old Kwame Edu and his wife, Margaret Kobi, were arrested by the task force, but several others managed to escape. The police found dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp in their room during a search. The couple, though admitted to cultivating marijuana, would not tell the police where their farm was located. ASP Jeremiah Alale is the commander of the Drug Law Enforcement Unit of the Kumasi Police.
To those people here, I'm warning them. They should just change a trade. They should start doing something else. Before wheat farming, we will not give them the chance again. They should just stop it.
He says his outfit will return subsequently to destroy the farm.
Deputy Minister for Communications, Atosapon, says groundworks have commenced on the country's migration from analog to digital television transmission.
$130 million is to be realized from the planned sale of the digital spectrum to telecom firms. Money, he says, will be used to finance the migration. Atosapon was speaking at the AAG's Gong Gong Awards under the theme Digital Migration, the Prospects and Challenges for the Advertising Industry and Practitioners.
I am happy to announce that work has already commenced with the central head end coming up nicely. There are 6 sites between the Greater Accra region and the Ashanti region also coming up nicely. We are hoping that by December of 2014, the Greater Accra region with some part of Eastern and some part of Volta region, as well as Ashanti region with some part of Western and some part of Brongahafo region, would have migrated seamlessly from analog broadcasting to digital broadcasting. That spectrum, which is currently being used by the analog broadcasters, will be available for the nation to harvest and to resell. A decision was made by Cabinet a couple of months ago that the spectrum to be harvested should be made available for telecom operators to use. What it means is that telecom operators and other ICT operators will have access to this spectrum and these licenses to be able to deliver new and exciting services to our consumers and to Ghanaians. It is expected that an amount of about $130 million United States dollars will be realized from the sale of the digital spectrum to the telecom operators. And that revenue is what government will be using in financing our digital migration.
Well, let's give you this advice. Do not use dishonored means to create wealth.
That's not an advice coming from us. It's one from the chairperson of the GAP Presbytery of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Rev Victor Okabe, who says Christians should be mindful that they will have to render an account of their stewardship one day. He was speaking to Joy News at the launch of the 25th anniversary of the Sakomodo Presby Church.
The launch of the church's Silver Jubilee was graced by former ministers of the church as well as the chairperson of the GAP Presbytery of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Rev Victor Okabe. Rev Abe urged members of the church to hold on to the hope that has brought them thus far. He also encouraged the church to learn from its past experiences as it prepares for the future. In an interview with Joy News, Rev Okabe asked Christians to judiciously use their time to enable them create wealth.
As Christians, we ought to be aware of the fact that whatever we have is given to us by God and ought to be, we are just stewards. We'll have to account for whatever has been given to us. So if God has given us time, we need to use the time judiciously. We cannot pretend to be praying and not go to work or take that time we need to be at work to come and pray. We need to apportion the time judiciously, know when you can go and pray and when you have to work for what you are paid for. If you are paid 8 cedis or so an hour or a day. You should work for the 8 cities. You should not work just 1 hour when the whole day you are paid 8 cities and you work for 1 hour and you go away. You are not doing the right thing, and it is not right with God, and the church has to speak against that.
The Hope Congregation of the Presbyterian Church at Sakumono started with 25 members in 1991 and currently has a membership of about 6,000. Several activities have been lined up for the anniversary celebration, which will be climaxed in February 2016.
Cotton farmers in the Bunkrugu-Yonyo district of the northern region are experiencing a rough season as insects have attacked and destroyed their farms.
They have had to increase the frequency of spraying to ward off pests, adding to the already high cost of production. Here's our correspondent Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin's report.
Cotton is an annual crop which thrives in hot weather. It grows rapidly as the average temperature rises. This perhaps explains why the plant performs well in the northern parts of the country. Many cotton farmers like Roland Nankugbe grow the plant as a supplement to other food crops, giving a boost to crop cultivation in the Bunkrugu-Yonyo district. The gestation period from planting to picking is approximately 6 months. Roland has already invested about 1,000 Ghana cedis in his farm, but fears he will not harvest enough this season.
I was expecting to get something from this farm and I can take care of my school children, but this year very, very bad for it.
What?
So we spray and it looks as if we are not spraying. See, some of the living things that we see here, it Saturday that I came and sprayed, but the following day you come and they look as if they don't even eat it.
After some 23 years of your life on earth, you wake up one day only to realize you can no longer see.
Oh, that's the story of Hannah Owusu-Addo, whose predicament blighted her ambition to become a nurse. Though it's been tough learning to deal with her new situation, Hannah is refusing to give up on her dreams. Here is Adom News' Mame Esi Nyameche Thompson with this report.
Life was fun because you could do everything by yourself. I was the type, I never wished everybody helped me in anything that I do. One fateful Thursday after closing from work, I realized I was having headache and then upset in my tummy. I didn't know what to do because previously I checked my hemoglobin level. It was very low, so I was associating it with dizziness, mere dizziness. I told my friends about that and they were all like, maybe you are feeling dizzy, you are tired, we've been stressing ourselves through the vacation, so you need to rest. So I rested on that day, and then in the evening I realized the whole room was becoming cloudy. I was there alone in the room. The whole room was becoming cloudy. So I called my friend back that they should come and help me out because we were supposed to write a report back to the hospital anytime you finish with your clinicals. It was left with a day for me to finish with that course. And so the following day, I told them I can't make it because the headache was becoming severe. So they took my report back to the hospital. And then in the evening when they came, they passed by and I told them that I can't see very well whilst we were sitting there chatting. They were confused, they didn't know what to do. As Christians, they prayed for me and then left. So Saturday, when I woke up, I realized I couldn't see anything at all.
But Hannah would not allow her new condition to weigh her down. She has moved on from feeling sorry for herself and is now finding ways of living life close to what she was used to.
And this dress, probably I will not know the color of the dress and then what to match it with.
So how did you know this is the dress you want to wear? Can you show us?
It was how I felt it, the texture and then the smell. I can really feel my smell in it. Okay. I know my size, the size that I wear.
She has since enrolled at the Accra Rehabilitation Center, where she's now learning how to use the braille and other tools.
Just one of those moving stories, right? Wow. So beautiful too. Okay.
I don't know what to say.
That's it for the news, and we'll bring you a lot more up next.